per se is open for women, or to women actually, but we do not exclude men. But the women, having said women are not homogeneous. Women come with, different kinds of issues. You have lone parents, or, single moms. You have women that have been long-term carers. You have women that are unemployed but wanting to go back to employment, and women that want to start up their own businesses, women with disabilities. So actually, we look at all those issues that will be an impediment to women progressing and achieving what they want to achieve, or taking control of their lives, because that's what empowerment is. So we target on those issues and support women to overcome whatever barriers they have. There are some gaps in Swale, especially for women, when it comes to business. And at that time, we got information that Business Link has left Swale, and Business Link is the organization then that used to help people with startup projects, giving them the skills to start up their own businesses. And so since they're going to leave Swale, then there was no way or anywhere people could turn to in order to gain the skills that they need to start up business. And we talked about it, and we felt we need to put something in place to support women. Then I decided to not just start a project, which would be top-down kind of project. I wanted the women themselves to be involved in this project. So I held a consultation on the 23rd of September 2010, whereby we called some women in Swale to ask them, what do you want? What kind of support do you want? What are your problems? And these women now came about that they needed a project, a self-help project that would support them to look at various issues, because the needs of women actually are quite different from the needs of men. And so we sat down together, and 4 key areas came out. It's not now just business skills, but they need to gain skills for employment, they need for confidence and assertiveness, they need to improve their quality of life, their psychological and physical well-being, they need to gain entrepreneurial skills, and actually to network and feel part of the community. So once we've carried out this consultation, actually it took 6 consultations with various women, and it dawned on us that definitely Swale Women Empowering Women is the right project for these women.
It's a force. They don't let any obstacles stand in the way. If they can see that somebody has got an issue or a challenge or a goal that they need to achieve, then no matter what obstacles are in the way, they will help that person and support them to achieve the goals. I think it is quite a force to be reckoned with.
I think it's an extremely worthwhile project. I think that the individuals, both as individuals and as a group, simply might not experience the growth, the mutual support, the opportunity and the personal changes that this project can deliver. It's a very unique situation, and I think you could search long and hard to find something else which would do what this project does, but I think you'd be hard pushed to get it all in one package. I think it's wonderful what's been done, and it's just a privilege for me to be part of it.
Empowerment, to me, there are 4 areas of empowerment actually, but the primary and the most important way of defining empowerment is that empowerment comes from within. Empowerment is not something that you can give to somebody. So for somebody to be empowered, the person has to work towards empowerment. Empowerment is a process. It's a journey. It's not a bus stop. It's not an end of a journey. It's a journey. It's continuous working towards being empowered, because a human being could be empowered in one area and yet feel disempowered in another area. So it's something that one will have to walk through, but with support from organizations like ourselves.
Empowerment means to me is welcoming, support, and just generally feeling in a little welcome area. Doesn't feel a great big huge thing. It just feels like a little small safe part, if you know what I mean. You feel at ease.
A lot of things, coming from where I'm from, having a baby, being at home all the time, I needed to start working towards getting my dream basically, and I had to be empowered, I had to be positive about life and just keep going. So again, for me, empowerment is just setting out to get what you want in life, basically.
Well, empowerment means that you have the confidence to actually go for your goals and get those, reach your goals, and it just makes you feel more confident really when you're empowered.
Empowerment to me means having a sense of agency over my life, having the power to do the things that I want and not being left behind.
Empowerment means to me being comfortable in who I am. Being comfortable in who I am as a wife, who I am as a woman, who I am as a black woman, who I am as a professional, who I am as an insecure person, who I am as a person who needs to improve and change and grow, and who I am as a person who has skills. So basically, I've just described possibly about 15 different people who are all me, because I am a human being and humans are complex. So empowerment means being comfortable being all of those things without fear that even if I fail or mess up, that I cannot grow and improve and become more successful in areas that are not necessarily my strength.
I've learned to be very patient. I've learned to empathize more. Not that I don't empathize with people, but I've learned to really empathize more with people with this project, because you have people from different backgrounds coming here. People that don't speak English as their first language. People that have been long-term carers, have been self-isolating, and they're afraid to integrate in the communities. The fact that they come in and you are able to build rapport with them, help them, and see them smile.
Impact, I've never wanted to go to university, but now being at Diversity House, I've now know what's my strengths, what's my weaknesses, and I can put that through to further education.
It's just helped me build my confidence really, which I needed to do, because as a self-employed person, you don't really realise that you need to be more confident about yourself and your business.
Christine helped me to do my new business. I started my eyebrow threading bar in Phoenix House, and she took me to reception, and she helped me anyway my business starting.
I've been able to integrate with other people that I wouldn't normally have met. It's been very valuable in my life.
Networking is something I'd never done before, and I now find that it's challenging, but I enjoy it. I do find the people I meet, the ideas I get, it's just the whole thing has been great.
I think it's done a huge amount for my confidence, because I met the project right at the start of me starting my business, and I didn't know anything really, and so anything that I gained from the meetings and discussions with staff, I've just learnt so much. It's just really got me in the right direction right from the word go.
I think it's made an impact on the people that have joined the project, and there are large numbers that have joined the project. I think it's also made an impact amongst the other voluntary and community groups in the area. They've got to know that quite quickly. And as I say, I think Christine is a good advocate for the project, and she's certainly well known in the local community.
Really, going back to the public speaking again. and having to speak at business meetings where you're faced by loads of men in suits, which I've never really had to face or deal with before. So now I feel sort of like more sturdy and confident when I stand up and speak.
Yeah, last year July it was makeover competition. I was makeover last year July, and and they interviewed me. They asked after 5 years, what do you want to be? Then I told I want to open my own eyebrow threading bar, and I want to improve my English, I told them. After that, within 3 months, I came to Christine and I told what I want to do. And then she took me to everywhere, and she gave me ideas, how many hours you want, how many people they will book, take that many hours, like that she gave me many ideas. So now I started my own business. I'm happy about that.
My biggest challenge is recognising my own strengths and applying it myself, and that I have gained from Swale Women and Empowering Women.
Just by listening to me and listening to my fears and just giving me feedback, how you thought I was going, and just things like that, basically really helps a lot. Encourage you to go on to the next level, basically.
Balancing family and work, and that's an ongoing project for me. But because I'm part of the Swale Women Empowering Women, I'm surrounded by women who know exactly what that's about, so I feel I have support there.
And the biggest challenge has been majority of the things that I've done whilst being involved in the project have not necessarily been things that have brought money in directly. However, when I evaluate my growth as a result of the involvement with the project, then you can't actually put a price on the growth, because the growth has happened in a way that has actually been quite comfortable for me.
If I was to recommend this project, I would say it would help you with your self-confidence. It would help you integrate with women, and it also helps you with people in a similar situation to yourself. It is designed for women who can't get out if they've got young children, and a lot of events are very family friendly.
It's an opportunity to develop a network with other women who may not necessarily be successful business women, but are successful mothers, they're successful parents, they're successful, or they're a successful parent, or they're successful in an area that you might not consider to be success, but they have something that you can learn from, even if it's just being a more effective mother and a less effective businesswoman. There's something that they have to share. And also there are people who just want to grow and learn, and people share information constantly, so you're getting information for free that you may end up paying for if you were in a different environment.
Because it's just a much more friendly and easier environment to go into, to break you in gently, rather than go into the deep end with sort of like join a male-dominated networking event where you're really nervous. Sort of like they would help you grow and be more confident when you actually go there, and so you would put your business across better, and potentially get a lot more work and business from it, because people would know that you were serious when you speak more confidently.
And in fact, perhaps the best people to be advocates for this programme are those that have been on it. So maybe the first thing I'd do if I met somebody who might come on this project is try to introduce them to somebody who has done it, because their personal testimony will be so much more powerful than mine. I suppose I see it slightly more technically, slightly more psychologically, but somebody who's been on the project and can pass on their experience would be very powerful in terms of persuading those others that maybe haven't yet taken that step to go take that bold step forward and get involved.
I'll say that the project is not just for women, the project is for everybody. And because we all, even if you're not a woman, you may have a sister, you may have a partner or a wife, you have a mom, so you have colleagues that are women. So the project is for everybody. We actually ask men to come to the project so that they could be champion of women empowering women. So I would recommend that anybody that comes to the project will find a particular, niche for himself or herself. So it's open to anybody to come to.
I think it's really, really special to have a chat with anybody who hasn't come to Kent, to know about diversity and to advise them to come along.
Well, I would have loved to have found out about Diversity House a lot sooner, really, because I'm quite new to self-employment. I've only been self-employed about 2.5 years now, and it was a big challenge with different things, and they're really good because they just help you along.